Hey guys, how's it going? DUJ2 here, and welcome back to Fortnite Save the World, and welcome to this week's Q&A video. Yes, it is Ask DUJ2 time. We're going to jump straight into this one, guys, because we have a bunch of questions. There were a ton of great questions this last week, and yeah, it seems like we're doing the Q&A videos on Friday, so unless something else changes, we might actually move them to Thursdays or Fridays. I know they used to be Monday, but you know what? I don't know. We'll see how many questions we get for next week. So let's start with the first one from Cal2S saying, question, do you think that Superchargers have been overhyped? Yes, I do believe they have been, but they are very valid, very valuable, just like everything else in Save the World has been, especially whenever things in the shop that, you know, a lot of times, I've been asked it many times whenever people say, oh, you know, this weapon isn't really that great, especially when we have like event weapons. When people are like, oh, you know, this weapon isn't that great, you know, it's been too overhyped by someone. You never know. You never know what's going to happen in the future, and you never know if in the future that weapon is going to be absolutely incredible with a future update. So let's keep going. The next question is from Clerk P, who's saying, question, why do you think the only weapons that aren't base weapons or special weapons are steampunk weapons and ventures? Okay, so this question was from over a week ago, and we do know that that has been a little different now there. And this is when Ventures first came out. So we know now that pretty much every single thing is available in Ventures, which is pretty crazy. It is pretty crazy and pretty awesome. If there's something that you guys haven't seen yet, please let me know. Let me know. Raul says, Raul, question, do you feel that Epic slowed starting to treat Fortnite as a regular game? They slowed Save the World and it seemed like they are doing the same to Battle Royale. No weekly updates, not as many times, no new items. It looks like Epic made the money and they aren't too invested into Fortnite as a whole. Now, I have answered this question in the past in a different way, but this is a new way of presenting it, so I want to answer it again. I don't believe that Fortnite cares, I don't believe that Epic cares about Fortnite as a whole like that. Epic cares about Fortnite as a way of showcasing what their engine can do, the Unreal Engine. The amount of money that Epic makes from Fortnite or from any of its games is very small compared to their Unreal Engine. That's their main thing. So Fortnite is, I believe Fortnite is being used as a showcase. Something like, let's say you are a game developer and you have an idea for a game, you want to build a game, but you don't know which engine to use. So you go to Epic and you're like, hey, I want to build I want to, you know, make this new awesome game. Why should I use your engine? And Epic can say, oh, well, take a look at Fortnite. You want to build a constructing kind of world kind of game, you know, where you can change anything destructible, everything's altered now with the Chaos engine, all that stuff. And well, take a look at creative, and then they can be like, well, but you want to do a battle royale kind of game, you want to have like 100 people drop into a map and do all this stuff and fight. Well, take a look, there's battle royale. And they can be like, well, you want to do like an MMO kind of game where you have like a storyline, progressive, giant map, giant areas, all this different stuff, skill trees and all that stuff. Well, take a look at Save the World. So I think that's the case for it. I don't really think that Epic was ever really interested in the money, and that also can be seen because of, well, we can also take a look at that and see, you know, like at the fact of how much money they put back into it. They've put a lot of money back into it, and they promised to put a lot more money back into it even before they had made all that money. So not only do they believe in the game, but you know, that wasn't their priority. Yes, of course, I do feel they are slowing down. It's been 3 years. Of course, the game is going to slow down. I don't believe that the game is going to continue at the same pace as before, especially, like I said, because it's not Epic's priority. It's not Epic's focus. Since it's not Epic's focus, it's not going to be the game that they are going to focus on. There's going to be more stuff coming in the future, I'm sure. But you never know. Hopefully, renewed interest in Save the World will bring more content and more updates to Save the World. We can always hope. All right, next one. Eternalix asks, question, I am mainly a BR player, but I've been enjoying Save the World since S4, give or take. I'm nearing the end game, level 110, and I think I have a couple of strong loads already. Any ventures worth my time are ventures worth my time concerning I will focus mostly on BR. Of course, I will play it regardless of fun, but is it worth grinding them out is what I mean. Yes, the short answer is absolutely yes. Grinding out 2 level 50 adventures will give you all the rewards from it. After that, though, I really don't see the point of doing it if you want the additional rewards, of course. But those things that right now it might seem like it's no big deal, it's just a couple of superchargers and this stuff here, or the vouchers, you know, you might be like, I don't really care about that. You may really care about them in the future. We don't know where the game is going to go. We don't know what the progression of the game is going to be, if they're going to take stuff away, if they're going to add stuff. We don't know any of that. So right now I would highly recommend that you do them. I gotta get started on that. The Majestic Animal asks, question, what is better to recruit in the future, the Pulsar 9000 or the Xenon Bow? It depends what your gameplay is like. If you are a close proximity game player, or you're very heavy on your abilities, then the Pulsar 9000, because you're going to be close to the enemies. If you just like being far away and taking out the enemies from a distance, or you want to be kind of like a support player like that, I don't really think we have that many abilities that you can really use from afar. But the Xenon Bow would be amazing for that. The Xenon Bow is great if you see a group of enemies and you want to start, messing with them and taking them down from afar while they get close to you. Xenon Bow is amazing. But I will say, hands down, the Pulsar 9000, because of how the meta is in the game right now, is going to be a lot more effective for you. That's how the game is played. You get close to an enemy, a bunch more enemies spawn. They spawn all around you. You need both the abilities to get out of those situations, and you need a close ranged weapon that will take them out. Pulsar 9000. Louis Kosharja asks, question, can you make a video of weapon recruitments, please? And thank you. Yes, I will. I have that in, actually, there's multiple questions here. Yeah, this question here about which one I would recommend, weapon recruitments, and Raider Michael's question, when do you think we'll get some hero voucher and weapon vouchers? I'm waiting to get the Atomizer and Gravedigger and also 8-bit demo. So we do know that there is one web hero voucher and one weapon voucher in the ventures. I recommend you do them. And out of those, yeah, I honestly, I would recommend the 8-bit demo is okay, but you're not going to use them as much as other heroes. And the De-Atomizer and Gravedigger, I personally would not recommend. The De-Atomizer is great, but if you have the Mythic Launcher, you're just better off using that one. Also, because of the changes to the Noble Launcher, the Noble Launcher is incredibly effective now. It is awesome. Actually, I need to work on mine again, because I need to take it into, and I need to actually try that one in the Storm King a little more. But anyway, so I will be making a video very soon talking about, here's another one. Since there are a lot of new players, we don't really know about hero vouchers. What are they? What can we use them on? I have a video I'm working on right now where I'm going to talk about the hero vouchers, about the weapon voucher, what I recommend to use them on. It's going to be a whole video of that, where I've been going through and analyzing a lot of heroes and weapons, mostly stuff that I use. There's a lot of stuff that I don't use, that I don't really know about, so I'm not going to talk about that, but I will be having a very concise video of what I recommend. But if you want to know kind of like a preview of what I'm going to be recommending, just check out the two videos I have on my channel. I have one that is my top 5 weapons, or my top 5 schematics, and I have one of my favorite hero loadouts. So if you kind of want to know already what I'm going to be recommending in there, it's in there. I will say right now though, since we are still in version 13, I highly recommend you go ahead and get yourself all of the Dino Heroes. All the Dino Heroes we have right now here, pretty much all the Dino Heroes here on this side, Star Spangled Headhunter, which is right behind me right here, and Archaeologist and Dennis Jr. Dennis Jr. is not so much of a recommendation, but that's for another reason. We'll talk about later. But anyway, but yeah, so basically, to answer your question here, hero vouchers are these vouchers here that I can show you really quick. Here, bloop, bloop, bloop. Right here, these things right here, these right up there next to there, those are hero vouchers, and basically all you have to do is go to your collection book, find a hero that you don't have or that is available to be recruited, which is a lot of them, not the birthday ones, but pretty much, can I recruit? Yeah, I can recruit Dennis. So you can recruit Dennis with a hero voucher. So that's actually really good, especially for heroes that you might need. I don't think you're going to need 2 heroes for anything, but that's what hero vouchers are in a nutshell. But again, video coming soon explaining a lot more. Adrian Martinez asks, question, do you think when the end of the story of BR ends, do you think they will go to save the world? No, I don't think so. I have some very old videos, and I have a lot of, we've talked about this on the stream a lot, I have a lot of theories of the lore of Fortnite and Save the World. I do believe that up to season 4, Battle Royale and Save the World were side by side. They were 2 halves of the same PBJ. So they were just going along, and then after season 5, they separated. After version 5 with the Blockbuster event and everything separated. I don't know why. Probably because Fortnite Battle Royale was getting so much more popular, so they just wanted to take in a different direction. And now Save the World is still on its own little trajectory, kind of on its own storyline with a lot of missing holes, I think, that were supposed to be filled in with Battle Royale. Because I think the original idea or the original vision was to have this massive, awesome, really crazy... Oh, sorry. I think the original story was to have this massive, awesome storyline that was just going to, you know, progress and ramifications and little stories and like, I don't know, like Easter eggs popping up all over the place. But that's not the case anymore. I don't think that the story of Battle Royale can really end because Battle Royale can just keep going forever. And lastly, what I'll say about this, something I said before, it's all simulation. It's all a simulation. Save the World, Battle Royale, it's all a simulation. So that can lead to a lot. And yeah, I do need to finish that lore series because it's fun. Nadav asks, is that the next one? Yes. Nadav asked, question, do you think the MTL pack is going to get V-Bucks? No, I don't think that there will be any more V-Bucks coming in the future. Unless in the distant future, or who knows, maybe the near future. Unless Fortnite is like, you know what, who cares? Let's just give them all V-Bucks. If they do that, then any previous or future packs will unlock V-Bucks. I don't think it's going to happen though, because then they would have to give the founders something even more, unless enough time passes when then they don't have to. I don't know how legally that works. Okay, this is a really good one. This question is a really good one. This is from Push Guys. How's it going? All right, question. With your rule of 3 heroes, for those of you who don't know, I have a rule that I recommend to have 3 heroes, 1 for use, 1 for sending out on expeditions, and 1 for your collection book. Would you suggest all players collect all levels of traps they like for ventures, uncommon and rare? What would you suggest to perk a rare floor spikes? So I love the rare floor spikes. I know a lot of people don't like them. Do I recommend you collecting all 3 of them? No, I don't. Not even close. What you can do in ventures is you can just have one and then you can just downgrade it, and you can just develop it at a lower level, but it'll still have the best perks, so you don't need to do that. And my personal floor spikes are like this. They have critical rating, critical damage, and increased building health. I know a lot of people are like, well, why are you doing that? Because floor spikes, believe it or not, floor spikes at this level, which actually I should probably do this. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Oh, sorry, that's the wrong button. Let me see. I need to show you guys what I'm showing here. Okay, here we go. There we go. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Okay, so there it is. Let me put it up there for now. So mine are critical rating, critical damage, critical rating, critical damage. Because of that right here, I honestly, I recommend this because the purpose of floor spikes are to slow down the enemies, and believe it or not, this build can do quite a bit of damage on them. I know it just seems like, oh, it has no damage, like floor spikes have like what, 173 damage to this? Yeah, 173 damage. So some people would be like, well, you're not getting any damage out of it. It actually does quite a bit of damage, and you don't really need the reload or anything like that, because you don't really care about the damage with the floor spikes as much as slowing down the enemies so that your other traps can do damage. So that's why, you know, I build them out. But there you go, that's my build. And thank you, Alex. Super Carrot asks, question, do you think the Art Deco heroes are worth a hero voucher? Yes, 1, maybe 2 of them, Noir and Wildcat. I'm going to have a video soon on them too, because they are pretty awesome. And also something about the reason, I'm going to spoil it now, but the reason why I'm going to recommend to use them is because, or to use them on the Noir heroes, is because even if the Noir llama comes back or not, it's always harder to get heroes. Heroes are always the hardest thing to get, and I always have recommended to just keep pulling, especially when you have event tickets on the llamas, on the event llama, because the heroes are going to be the ones that are going to be the hardest for you to get. So that's why I recommend just keep pulling until you have the heroes. Multiple heroes, even better. The weapon schematics, rarely once in a while do we get a weapon which is really, really fantastic, and most of the time the super awesome, super powerful weapons are going to be in the event shop. Not that happens anymore, but anyway. L2Ns asks, question, do you still have some spy llamas left? I recently found out that only you get a pot shot, gold knocks, and a cleaner for llamas, but you also get 300 tickets as well. Sound familiar? Yes. So that did happen. Someone did find out that with the llamas now, let me show you my llamas. I do have quite a bit of spy llamas. Actually, I still have like 40 something spy llamas, I think, if not more. Maybe I have more actually. Do I have 80? I don't know. I think I was at like 40,000. I don't remember. I don't remember how many spy tickets I had or how many tickets I had from last season. But I do know that I had quite a few tickets. So I do have, as you guys can see here, I have quite a few spy llamas. So yes, I do know about that you do get the tickets from them. What I've been deciding to do is I'm going to be saving them. I'm going to save my tickets because in all reality, I don't know what next season is going to be. And if next season is a really good one, I'll open it then to see what happens. We'll have to see. Next question is from Blackheart, D Blackheart. How's it going? Question: did they already discontinue the locker support? Anyone know? No, they haven't discontinued locker support. And also, the locker support that they plan to do sounds very, very odd because the way that it was worded when they told us was that they said that some future ones were not going to be supported. Does that mean that at a certain day they're going to be like, okay, that's it, we're no longer supporting anything? And does that mean A, that a lot of the skins we already have will stop working, or all of them? And B, or B, does it mean that going forward all new skins in Battle Royale will not be supported in Save the World? Or option C, does it just mean that certain ones, like certain progressive ones, or the the ones that change, as you get more kills and stuff like that, will that mean? Or maybe certain, like if they do a collaboration with, I don't know, SpongeBob or something, and there's a SpongeBob skin, will it mean that one won't be usable in Save the World, more for licensing issues than anything else? I don't know. That's a question for Developer Cookstar, and we all know what Developer Cookstar says. Sinista says, question: what will happen to the unspent tickets for the Rad Llamas, and will there be another hero build video update? Yes. To answer your last part first, yes, I am going to do another video update. I think what I'm going to start doing is at the beginning, probably at the beginning of every single season from now on, I'm just going to do an update video on my schematics and on my hero loadouts that I use, because whenever we get new heroes coming out, for example with the Art Deco heroes now and the schematics that are available, I am definitely going to be changing two of my setups. Two of my setups are going to radically change, and actually you guys are going to be seeing a lot, and I do mean a lot of a lefty and righty build. I love it, and now, especially now that they finally fixed my beloved paper shredder, I'm definitely going to be using that loadout. Now, what will happen to unspent tickets? What happens every single season? At the end of the season, they are just going to be converted to whatever llama we had during the event. So, at the beginning of version 14, all unspent tickets you have are just going to be converted into Rad Llamas, and they're going to pop up over there like I showed you in that little button. Corey asks, question: is it likely that Tactical Assault Sledgehammer may come back during the season event, or should I use my hero recruitment voucher on him? All right, Tactical Assault Sledgehammer is a very, 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 very awesome hero. Actually, I'm surprised I haven't done a must-have on him yet, and I really need to, and that's actually been on my list to do a must-have on him, or like when I do the vouchers. Actually, the voucher video is probably going to be a must-have video. So when I do that video, I'm definitely going to include him in there, because Tactical Assault Sledgehammer, who is right here, we're going to uncover him real quick. Tactical Assault Sledgehammer is by far one of the best heroes in the game. He has a assault critical damage, which increases. He's basically the assault, critical assault version of other heroes. He is definitely a great must-have. And to be perfectly honest, it's amazing that he hasn't come back. Will he come back? We don't know. Only Epic knows, and that's the worst part about the game right now, and the lack of communication. We don't know when he's going to come back. But my recommendation would be, if you need him now, use your voucher now. But please understand that it's possible that in the next day, week, month, they may come back. He may come back in the event shop. He may come back in the weekly shop. He may pop up one day in a llama. Who knows? So just take that into consideration. But yes, I highly recommend using him. Honestly, there's no way of knowing. There's no way of knowing when he's going to come back. That boy asked, question: can you make a video showing how you use the Zap Zap? I already have a must-have video of the Zap Zap, but actually very soon I'm going to be making a video of the Zap Zap and the Paper Shredder along with my new lefty and righty setup, so you might want to keep an eye out for that. But basically how I use the Zap Zap is, the Zap Zap has a really long range, and I try and always shoot it to the most grouped up if there's a group of enemies, I try and shoot it in the middle of them because it has a fairly decent area of effect, and it's a mini explosive. It's a handheld mini explosive with, I used to say with a lot of durability, but now durability has changed. It's amazing. I love the Zav setup. I love it so very much that yes, I am actually thinking of using my supercharge on it. TF asks, question, how do you feel about leveling up 2 points per supercharge versus 10, level 60 like we thought, essentially taking a very long time to level everything up? I was actually talking about this with Titan like the first day that supercharged and everything came out, because that was my question. My question is, it's like, are we going to get like a new star? So does that mean we can go all the way up to like, 60? Or once we unlock the stars, is it going to take one supercharger per star, to get it eventually to level 100? Because eventually that's where we're going to get. I mean, if we had the superchargers right now, you could technically, I believe, unlock it all the way to level 100. I think some people already did it too, that, they did bad things. But how do I feel about that? I feel that basically they took the cure. They took the cure that took like one pill to take, and they turned it into a 30-year-long treatment. Some of you may know what I mean when I say that. It's, what, it is what it is. I understand. What I hope that's going to happen is that we're going to be able to get superchargers in a lot of different ways, in the shop, in rewards, in multiple different ways. We're going to be able to get them, and if we are going to be able to get them, that's really great. If this is the only way we're going to get them, my goodness, it's going to take years to level up stuff, which I think is not good. They need to rebalance that. If we have an available different ways, great. Like the next pack that's going to be sold, maybe it'll come with 10 superchargers, which actually would be really good, and that would actually encourage people to buy. I hope they don't do that though, because I really don't want to spend more money and save the world. I spent enough already. 10K subs challenge says, question, what's your favorite hit the road loadout? My favorite hit the road loadout is Gold Nox, actually. Gold Nox, because I have the ability to move forward, to get away from the enemies, to take down them, to lay down a path of of destruction. And at the same time, I also have the capacity to put down the base. So it does help a little bit in protecting. So that's my favorite setup. If you haven't seen that setup, go check out my favorite loadouts. It's there. Seta asks, question, what should we do with the road trip tickets if we have everything for the collection book? Okay, so the only other thing I can recommend, and I have recommended this multiple times before, the only other thing I could recommend you to do is, if you already have everything in the Rad Llama setup and you get them, just remember that, oh, he wasn't talking. Why is he not talking? These guys don't talk? Only these guys talk? Huh, okay. Anyway, so if you already have everything, don't forget that opening up llamas and recycling and retiring things will give you the training manuals, weapon designs, and the trap designs. So don't forget about that. You can get those there. I would recommend that, at a certain point, you don't really need that many. But if you do, if you're newer to the game and you're grinding a lot and you don't have, and you're like, man, I need those manuals, I need those trap designs, I need those weapon designs, then don't forget that you can just open up the llamas, retire, and recycle, and you're going to be able to get them from there. Apart from that, there's not really much. I mean, you can do that recycling stuff and get stuff back from it, but at a certain point, it's kind of redundant. Devil Gamer 72 asks, question, when is Pigmas? This Sunday, August 9th, I believe it is. Yeah, Sunday, August 9th, starting in early afternoon. Keep an eye out on Twitter and on Discord if you're in the Discord. Pigmas will be starting then. Nico asks, question, when is the event shop end? Now, we do know that, actually, we knew before that it was going to be on September, let me see. Oh my goodness, excuse me. I'm sorry about that. We knew actually that it was going to be September 4th, but now there are rumors flying around that it's going to be on September 8th. So September 8th is going to be the new end date, which is going to be a Tuesday. Before it was September 4th, which would be a Friday, which made a lot of sense if they were going to start doing our big update days on Fridays. But I guess that we're just going to continue going along with everyone else. So if it's going to be on September 8th, then more than likely it's actually going to be pushed, the event shop. I would say that the event shop will reset on September 11th now. Because that's just that Friday. So unless they say, hey, everything's leaving on September 4th, Well, actually, you know what? No, everything will leave September 4th. No, yeah, Event Shop leaves September 4th. Our update, version 14, will more than likely start on September 8th. So there you go. Next question is from Jorge Torino saying, question, if you save with the summer tickets, will they transfer into other tickets after? No, they will not. They will convert to the llama of that version. MJ asks, question, how do you surpass the damage Lynx puts out during her buff as her soldier? As the math of a soldier suggests more damage, yet Lynx is still the strongest single target destroyer. Oh, okay. So the reason why Lynx is a lot more powerful is because of the damage output on the weapon. There is no AR right now. Let's say if you're using the soldier, if you're using Rex as your main, because yeah, technically Rex should be outputting a lot more damage, but remember that Rex only does it once per second. Whereas Lynx, it's all the time. So what can happen is if you use a weapon like the Masamune, built the way I have it built. Let me show you real quick. So this is why I love my Masamune so much. So if I have a Masamune here with triple attack speed and a life lead, but that triple attack speed, even though the Masamune DPS is only 82,000, or at least it says it's only 82,000, with the buffs and everything, you are looking at hitting anywhere between 200 to, I have actually hit 400,000 in a single hit with the Masamune. Again, in the right conditions, of course, against a nature enemy. But if you have to think of it from this point of view, that's just one swipe of the Masamune. With the triple attack speed, you can get 6 swipes in a second. So you're looking for anywhere between 1.2 million to what? How many did I say? 6? Oh, wow. To over 2 million damage per second with Lynx. That's why Lynx's damage output is so much higher, because you can do the speed on it. And unfortunately, there is no, well, actually, fortunately, there is no ARs that can do that much damage per bullet, So even though some weapons, like let's say if you build a Bobcat, was it a Bobcat? Yeah. If you build, let's say, a Bobcat in a speed, if you build a Bobcat with a fire rate and everything, that it can be one of the fastest weapons and do some of the most damage, its DPS is still going to chunk out at like 400k, and that's it. Which is great. It's great, but of course that's why Lynx will do so much more damage for you. It's just a matter of the weapon and the fact that swords can have multiple attack speeds. DG13 asks, question, should I use Supercharger on ceiling electric field or broadside? I would recommend broadside. El Nassar says, question, what is the best plan for Twine Peaks? I'm at power level 88 and I did SSD 4, but I don't know what to do next. I want a roadmap for Twines. Do I need to focus on leveling subscribers, leveling up best heroes, or gathering evolution materials? Go for power weapons or traps? I'm kind of lost here. I feel like there's a lot more to do. Storm King, what did you do when you reached Twine Peaks? Okay, so this is a great question. This is a fantastic question. And actually, I'm going to be using this question, dude. If you don't mind, I'm going to build an entire video off of this question. It's a fantastic question. The really short answer is, for me, it was different because I was pretty high level when I went to Twine Peaks, and my goal was just to go for 130. Now, if I could do it all over again, I would recommend that you focus on getting your evolution materials, because you're going to need a ton of evolution materials. So just continue progressing, continue leveling up, working on your survivors. But I would recommend, top thing, do missions that are going to give you evolution materials. Next, I would recommend on survivors, focus on, if you already have all your mythic leads and all your legendary survivors built exactly how you want, great. If not, try and get that. Look for different legendaries as rewards. Look for legendaries in your survivor squads, or sorry, in your llamas. And then after that, I mean, if you're just playing a lot, you're going to have a lot of gold. You're going to be able to get all the heroes and all the schematics that come out. Don't worry about that. But I would recommend to, like I said, just focus on the evolution materials. Just focus on the evolution materials. You'll slowly level up. And yeah, work towards getting to 131. And you do have a goal, which is the MSK. So continue focusing on doing everything else. But I would put my top priority as being evolution materials. And yes, thank you very much for the question. Fantastic question. And I really do want to make an entire video about it. Joshua Brennan asks, question, what survivors should I use the survivor superchargers on? Mythic leads. Whichever your main mythic lead is that you're never going to change, use it first on that one. or the Mythic Survivors, I guess, because we have Joel and Carolina. So yeah. Emmerich asks, question: what's your favorite constructor for the base? For the base, actually, there's another question. No, there's not yet. There's another question about constructors for the base. If you're totally focusing on base, it's either going to be Thunder Thora because you want that damage, Electrify Fields, or I'm going to be going with Power Base Nox. Is it Power Base Nox? Wait, it's not Power Base. Is it Power Base Nox? For the jail builds. Man, I don't remember the names now. I just know Nox for jail builds. Yeah, Power Base Nox. So Power Base Nox would be my other one that I would focus on, just for the jail builds. I like them. I like them a lot. Okay. Next question is from Rami, saying, question: when do you think a new llama will come out? I don't think we're going to see a new llama until next version, and probably might even be the Art Deco llama. So we may not see a brand new llama for another 6 months, maybe. Wow. No, 5 months. Wow. 4 months, 5 months. That kind of stinks. Finrender says, question: what was the reason you started playing Save the World? By the way, keep up the good videos. Thank you very much, man. And the reason why I started playing Save the World was because many years ago I saw the Save the World. It wasn't a Kickstarter. It was like, like the concept and everything. I've been following the story of Save the World, not since the very beginning. I've been following like maybe 5-6 years, maybe. Well, actually, maybe 2013. I don't remember. I do remember seeing it in Game Informer, the magazine too. Was it Game Informer? I remember seeing their expose on it, and I was like, wow, this is just going to be. I loved to me, it was kind of like a Lego-y design, like a Lego kind of thing with like the claymation. To me, it looked, because that's what I used to play long ago, claymation kind of models and style, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is going to be fantastic. So I followed it. Ever since it was supposed to be released, I think in 2015, I wanted to get it. It didn't come out. And then eventually we finally heard, oh, it's coming out. And the second that you could pre-order it, I pre-ordered it right away. When it came, I was able to play. I think I pre-ordered the limited edition, and I was able to play the game a couple weeks earlier just because of that. I didn't get into the alpha. None of this again, but I didn't get to play like that. But yeah, I played from the very beginning. I loved the game. I loved the style. I really believed in the game and thought it could be amazing. And to me, the fact that I started, I've been playing games for a long time, and including the fact that one of my first biggest games that I loved so much was RuneScape. I started playing back in 2002. And the fact that I thought, oh, it's going to be like an open, that kind of concept of a game, but with building, the building concept was what just fascinated me. I thought it was amazing. But anyway, so I started playing like that. And the reason why I started playing was because it just looked amazing. It looked like a game that really called out to me. I had no idea it would turn into what it is now, but it's awesome. I still think so. Question: Chimera saying, why would most streamers stick to damage basis instead of no damage? Because the whole point of the game is to destroy husks. So that's why you see most people sticking to like the Thunder Thora loadouts, because they're awesome. They're really awesome. I personally, for me, you know what? I don't really focus that much on them, and the only other hero that I really use is going to for 4 bases is going to be Nox, for the no damage builds. But apart from that, I do like using several constructors, but I don't use them for the base, but for their abilities. Mikhail says, question: what do you think of the Candy Corn LMG? Love it. I think it's the best LMG in the game. If you want pure damage, the best LMG in the game, I think, is going to be, and a lot of people agree, is the Neon one, the Mercury LMG. But if you're just looking for an all-around LMG, which is going to be fantastic with a great crit build, the Candy Corn LMG is fantastic because you have the crit build, you have a great amount of damage, and healing Candy Corn. What could be better? Speedy asks, question: when do I get the chance to play the regular Storm King? I really want to defeat him in Candy Valley, but I don't know when I get to fight him. Continue with the storyline, finish the storyline in Candy Valley, and you're going to get to fight him. CT asks, quick question: why are Epic putting stuff in the collection book that you can never get? I.e. the Epic Leprechaun, now the first birthday hero. Doesn't make sense as how it can never complete unless you had it when it first came out. The reason why they did that is because literally what you just said, it's supposed to be a limited time thing. It's supposed to be things that people who were playing the game during that time can say, hey, look, this is how long I've been playing because I have this. It's kind of like the founder stuff now too. Any future player to Save the World is not going to have any of the founders banners or any of the founder stuff. So it's purely just a, hey, I was playing back then. kind of like the skins in Battle Royale, where a lot of skins don't come back, from the very beginning, or skins that were in the different battle passes. So you can basically say, hey, this is how long I've been playing. You can kind of prove. Another question from Nico saying, question, I read at the patch notes that Hit the Road rewards are available till 4 September, so I can unlock them on 24 August because that is when I come back. Yes. So the new Hit the Road rewards that we have apparently are going to be here until September 4th. I don't know if that is a typo. We're going to have to wait until next week to see, because I don't know. I don't think we're going to have the same Hit the Road for the next 4 weeks. At least I hope not. But you never know. We'll have to see. Diego Lopez asked, do you have any idea when the sci-fi event will return alongside the heroes and schematics? No, I don't have any idea. You have to ask Epic, and you know what they'll say. Devil Gamer asked, question, do you think the Artec alums will be purchasable with tickets soon? I do believe they're going to be next season, so in a month or so maybe. El Nisar asked, question, how do you find efficient mechanical parts? Go into the highest level mission you can in Twine Peaks, preferably a suburb or a city, and punch cars. That's how you get them. Question, will Ragnarok return since the road trip heroes are coming back? I hope so. Don't remember actually when the last time we saw Ragnarok was. I don't remember. If anyone knows, please let me know. But again, guys, we don't know. There is no set schedule. Apparently they're just, I don't know. It's very random how they're doing things. Although I will say it's very nice to see that we've gotten the Dino and the Rat heroes pretty much all coming back right now this season. So maybe we'll see that depending what the next event will be. And also because we're on the Hit the Road, but technically not a road trip, because we did have archaeologists. So it's kind of like, are they going to finish that line? I mean, if you think about it, there's no other dinos and there's no other rat heroes. So maybe the last 3 weeks of version 15, we'll see Ragnarok, and maybe we'll see also Sledgehammer. Caltu asked, oh, that's it. Okay, so there we go. That is the last of the questions. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I know these videos are long, but thank you very much for sticking with them. I really appreciate y'all for watching. Thank you so very much. Thank you for supporting. Thank you for using my career code, all that stuff. You guys are fantastic. If you guys enjoy this video, if you enjoy what I do on my channel, please do me a huge favor and have yourself a fantastic day. Thank you very much, guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.